All right, hey guys, so today I wanted to go over two great bundles that came out recently. First up, we have the Sanctuary bundle on Fanatical. This comes with 8 great Steam games, including some of the Telltale Walking Dead games, which is great to see. Next up, we have the Humble Square Enix Collective bundle, which is a collection of various indie games that Square Enix helped publish. There's actually some great games here, and it's priced accordingly as well. Just $10 for the full bundle, which I think is excellent. The $1 tier is certainly worth picking up as well. And then we have 2 free games on the Epic Game Store. There's a game called For the King, which is usually $20. It's a great turn-based RPG, so definitely worth picking that one up. And then on Steam, Pac-Man Championship Edition 2 is free today for a limited time. It does have very negative reviews, but it's worth picking up for free. So going back to the Sanctuary bundle, let's go through some of these games. There will be a referral link in the description below if you guys want to use it. We have a game called Blood Fresh Supply. This is a classic first-person shooter. It reminds me a lot of the original Doom game. It's a bunch of hardcore demon slaying, fun, super action-packed. So if you like old school first-person shooters, I definitely recommend it. Then we have Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic, which also comes with Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 and all the expansion packs. This is a very nostalgic theme park simulator. I would recommend playing Planet Coaster if you want a more modern day game, but if you played this as a kid, this is definitely great to go back to. Then there's a game called Sanctum Reach. This is a turn-based tactical strategy game set in the Warhammer universe. It has some great gameplay mechanics, lots of strategy, and has a very positive review score. So it's great to see this in a bundle, especially considering it's normally $30. Next up, we have 3 of the Walking Dead games by Telltale. We have The Walking Dead Michonne, Walking Dead plus the 400 Days DLC, and then we have The Walking Dead Season 2. So these have always been extremely popular. They are all emotional, heartbreaking choices, and just a thrilling adventure of zombie survival. Don't expect too much in terms of gameplay, but if you want a good story, they are certainly worthwhile. All 3 of them are fantastic. And then we have a game called Redeemer Enhanced Edition. This is a action game with a mix of hand-to-hand combat and like top-down shooting. It's surprisingly fun. It's very action-packed and it has some great graphics as well, with some very high review scores to go along with it. So that's certainly a fun game to play. And then the last game on the list is This War of Mine. It has been bundled quite a few times before, but if you don't already own it, it's a survival game in a war-torn city where you try to scrap by managing supplies and fending off against hostile scavengers. It comes with the season pass or the DLC as well, and certainly a great game to go along with the bundle. So that's it for the Sanctuary bundle. It's only $4.99. I highly recommend picking this one up. So let's go over the Humble bundle. This is the Square Enix Collective Bundle 2020. So the first, I'm not going to go over all the games, but the first tier has four games here. Definitely worth picking up for $1. I think the best game, in my opinion, is Octahedron, which is a very unique precision platformer. It's very vibrant, some very creative level design, and overall just a super enjoyable game with a fantastic soundtrack. Go ahead and skip to the second tier. Most of these games have been bundled in the past, so I don't want to go over all of them, but the second tier is $7.29. You're getting the Turing Test, or the Turing Test. This is a first-person puzzle game. It's a sci-fi game that shares some qualities of games like Portal and the Talos Principle. It's very visually pleasing with some challenging puzzles and an interesting yet very dark sci-fi story to keep you entertained along the way. Next, we have Forgotten Anne, which is a platformer with hand-drawn animated cutscenes. It'll remind you of old Disney and Pixar films. It really outdoes itself from beginning to end with a remarkable story and more of a casual platforming adventure. So that one's certainly worth playing. Down to Black the Fall, which is a side-scrolling puzzle platformer that's very similar to Limbo or Inside. It's very atmospheric and has an eerie soundtrack and a story to uncover with some interesting puzzles as well. Definitely worth playing through, especially if you like puzzle games. And so finally, we have the $10 tier, which comes with 4 games. So first up, we have Children of the Zodiacs, which is a turn-based card battling tactical game. It reminds me a lot of Final Fantasy Tactics with various dice rolling and grid-based strategy gameplay. So that one's worth taking a look at. And then there's Boundless. I'm going to be honest with you guys, this game is garbage. I despise this game. My girlfriend bought it for me at full price at one point, and I was just royally disappointed with it. There's an in-game cash shop that expects you to pay even more as you play along, even though this game is priced at $40. The trailers make the game look a lot better than it actually is. So what you're seeing on the screen here is some actual gameplay. The graphics are terrible. It's like Minecraft, except instead of blocks, everything's like triangular. The crafting system is overly complicated, and I just hated this game. It's very dead, all the worlds. There's barely anyone playing, and I just can't imagine recommending this to anyone. So moving forward, we have Tokyo Dark, which is a visual novel horror game with some great reviews. I'm not a big fan of point-and-click visual novels, so I don't know too much about it, but from the reviews, it seems like it has a great story behind it. So if you do like visual novels, great game there. And then finally, we have Battalion 1944. This is essentially a reproduction of Call of Duty World at War. It has some great multiplayer, a lot of similarities between the two games, and definitely looks enjoyable, especially for first-person shooter fans. Although from the reviews, it seems like the game is fairly dead, so there might not be a whole lot of people playing, but if you play it over the next few weeks or so, I think a lot of people will be playing from the Humble Bundle. So that's about it for this video. In the comments, let me know what you guys think of these two bundles. Remember to get For the King on the Epic Game Store, and then Pac-Man Championship Edition 2 on Steam. Also, there's a couple other bundles that are currently active. Let's see, we have the 2K Games Bundle. If you didn't see my last video, if you're new to Humble Bundle, this one is certainly worthwhile as well. You're getting a lot of great games here, especially BioShock the Collection comes with all the BioShock games, and then Borderlands the Collection comes with all the Borderlands games except for Borderlands 3, and you also get XCOM as well. So that's a fantastic bundle. And then we have the Humble Choice, and of course there's going to be a new Humble Choice in a week or two, the first Friday of next month. But this month's Humble Choice comes with Hitman 2, so if you want to subscribe and pick up Hitman 2 along with some other games, there'll be a link in the description as well. So thanks for watching, and have a nice day.